Hello, 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 hello. How is everyone doing? I am Legacy Moon, and this is True Crime and Mysteries, where we do some true crime, we do some mysteries, and we do some other things. Now, I was not, I was I was going back and forth what I was going to do this live on. I had a body cam, but I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. Then I had some airport body cams. I wasn't feeling those either. And I decided that I would do this. Now I don't know if you guys know who Iman Shumpert is. I always feel funny saying that name. But anyway, he is or was a basketball player. He does play on a TV show, although I can't remember which one. uh, So that's who he is, and he was also what I know him from is being Tiana Taylor's husband, and I also think he won Dancing with the Stars or something or another at some point in time. So that's who he is. Why is my darn what's going on here? Okay, okay, now this is fixed. I was wondering what was going on with my screen here. But so that is who he is. Did I mention? I don't know if I because midstream I was wondering what was going on. But he also won like Dancing with the Stars. I can't remember what year, but that's who he is. Now, let me see who is here in this chat. We've got J here. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame. Mimi is here. It's too complicated in the building. Mont. Hey, let's talk about it all, boo. Leo Lady. And Leela, not Layla. Welcome, 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 everyone. And for those of you who are in the bushes, I want to do this. I decided to do this body cam. I had said I wanted to do it anyway. And the reason why I decided I wanted to do it is because this is a case, this is as some of you may know, I've been doing the Cecil case, reviewing the calls and stuff that are on Infamous Sylvia's channel. So that is a case that deals with domestic violence. Well, this case right here is a domestic violence situation, but with just a little twist. When I played this, and I don't even know what made me play because I have no interest in this man whatsoever. But I decided I wanted to play the body cam because I wanted to see what was going on. So I went on ahead and I played it. And just like within the first 3 minutes, I had a very strong opinion. And as the body cam proceeded and got to the end, every strong opinion that I had and that kept growing and growing and growing, I felt I was just. And you will hear how I felt in everything as we go along. And that's what we're gonna do. Hey, happy to be happy, Justin's mom. Woo wop, Miss Buckeye. Hey, how y'all doing? All right, let me pull up this body cam. We'll get started with this. This is gonna be on the Law and Crime channel. So because of that, let me make sure, let me get my banner up. Ain't this okay? I was about to say the stuff ain't acting right today. So let me go ahead and do this because no, don't do that. Do this. I am going to be using this material per the Fair Use Act. My fair use disclaimer is this content is for educational purposes only. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances are made for fair use for purposes as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. There may be times I forget to use the word allegedly. Please note it is always implied. All right, now that I've done that, let's get into this body cam. That is on the Law and Crime channel. And if you want to see it uninterrupted without my commentary, you can go on over there and see it there. Although you'll have their commentary. And let's get into it. Um, Okie dokie. Let me share my screen here. I might as well play it from right here. Not even worry about getting into things. All right, here we go, y'all.
A glimpse of what happened behind closed doors.
I went into the room, I was talking. I did not hit that. Never did I ever say.
This is Inside the Crime, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Elizabeth Milner. And in Pennsylvania, another client was awarded 26.
Yeah, so we're going to go past that.
We learned there was a lot more to what happened.
Okay, now, my first concern was with the 911 call. Hey, Karen S. London, pretty New York City. Cheers to you too. Granny the Great, how are you doing? I was concerned with, hey, them folks. I didn't see you there, them folks. I was concerned with the 911 call, and I will see if you guys have the same concern. Um, Granny the Great said, "Good evening, Legacy Moon and all Moonlighters. I enjoyed the collaboration today and all that have happened lately." Well, thank you so much. I enjoyed it. We we kind of did some things over there, so it was fun. I enjoyed it, and I appreciate Nyla allowing all of us in that space to just discuss and talk and just chit chat. We did some of everything over there today. Hey, Beauty is her name. So after this 911 call, I'm going to stop it. I'm going to let it play all the way through, and I'm going to stop it because I'm very interested in your comments and interested in seeing if your comments are similar to my comments.
November 26, 2025. We're in South Fulton, Georgia. It's just after 4:30 in the morning when officers respond to the home of Iman Shumpert. Now, before we get to the response, let's take a listen to the 911 call that came in moments before.
I never touched you. Let's do it.
Fulton County 911.
Hi.
Can I have your address, ma'am?
1 second. Yep.
Is this a house, apartment, or business?
House.
Can I have your name, please?
Joanna.
Now this part is
Tell me exactly
You
what's
want to put your
happening.
hands on me? I never touched you. You put your hands on me. You put your hands on me.
Hello?
Yes.
Tell me exactly what's happening, ma'am.
So I have a gentleman here. I'm having a conversation with him, and he put his hands on me.
Are you injured, ma'am? Do you need EMS?
No, I don't need EMS.
Is anyone intoxicated or have any weapons?
Might be intoxicated.
Very intoxication.
Yep.
Are you or him intoxicated, ma'am?
Him.
Her.
Both.
Both of you are?
No, I'm not. I'm told that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Joe, can you take this call outside?
Who is he to you, ma'am?
Can you take this call
A
outside?
friend.
You keep trying to stay in the house to make it dangerous.
No,
Okay,
you
let me get
touched
a
me.
description
You know
of
you
him.
did wrong
Hello?
when you
Ma'am, I need you
dragged
to
me out the
answer me.
room. You sat there and you dragged me out the room. If you understand, if Taco would have saw the way you dragged me, then you understand. I'm sorry?
Ma'am, can I get a description
I'm
of
sorry,
him,
ma'am?
please? Can I get a description of him? Is he African American, Caucasian, Hispanic?
Yes,
Which one, ma'am?
African American.
What color shirt does he have on?
Nothing. Yeah, it's weird.
What color pants?
Black.
Let me get a description of you. Are you African American, Caucasian, or Hispanic?
Yes,
Which one,
black.
ma'am? What color shirt do you have on?
Black.
What color pants?
Black.
All right, they'll be out there shortly, okay?
Thanks.
welcome.
Now, a lot of people might already know who Iman is.
So, Mimi, they did not live together, but she kind of was there. Hey, Leo lady. Did I speak to you, Leo lady? They did not live together, but she was there and she had things there, like you spend a night or two or three, you got stuff there. But the first, and Karen S said another, what did you say? Another 304 that didn't know how to go home. It gets interesting and it gets better. Now here's what concerned me. Hey, Southside Chi-Town, being someone who has had to make a 911 call because of a domestic situation. One thing I was not doing first of all, while I was on with the operator, at no time did I say, hold on a second, and proceed to argue with the person who I'm in fear of, who has put their hands on me. I never did that. And another thing I never did was still banter and have this arguing back and forth. If somebody has put their hands on me and I'm in such fear that I'm calling 911 on them, the last thing I'm going to be doing is arguing with him and not answering the 911 operator's questions. Because the longer it takes for me to deal with this 911 operator, the longer it's going to take for the police to get there to help me. So listening to this 911 call, I had already I basically said she's full of it. I said she's full of it. And you guys will see as this progresses that she was full of it. But all I needed to hear was the 911 call to know that she was full of it. This was not 911 worthy. Okay. Because if you were in fear, you would not have been arguing. Because just like supposedly he put his hands on you, and y'all gonna hear about that too. Supposedly he put his hands on you. He can do it again while you are on the phone with the 911 operator. But you're choosing to argue with him. So I just really, yeah, he's big. He was a basketball player. So yeah, he's a big dude. Hey, old man Johnson's farm. He's a big dude, but Butterfly Diva, what's up? He's a big dude, but well, let's listen to some more. But I just had to get that out, that I was really against her after I heard her on the phone with 911. I wasn't feeling it. Black men have enough problems going to jail without assistance. They are at risk of being arrested on a daily basis just by walking out the door. The last thing someone needs to be doing is making 911 calls acting like they're in fear of their life while they argue with the person that they're in fear of. Mm-mm. Mimi says a dangerous person could do harm while she's arguing. Right, exactly. And that's what I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. And I'm surprised that the 911 operator, I mean, well, I guess there's nothing she could do but just wait for this lady to finish answering her questions. And to show you how much attention she was paying, she was like, is he white, black, Hispanic? Yes. So you're not even listening to the questions I'm asking you, because he's not all of those things. He's one of those things. And she did it, well, what color are you? White, black, Hispanic? Yes. So you're not even fully investing your time in the operator that you call. She didn't call you. You called her. Okay. You are too busy arguing with this man that you're supposedly in fear of. Woo said he thought he was missing something when he was married. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something else. Now, this man, from what I understand, was a cheater. But to me, that's kind of a touchy situation because, like, they and like them as a couple, Tiana Taylor, and I've heard her say this on a podcast that she had. She is the one who wanted other women, with like in threesomes. So kind of, you kind of to me invite a cheating behavior. Not to say that it's right, but you kind of invite that when you allow that thruple situation to go on like that, where you invite other women in. That's just my opinion. Justin's mom said my ex snatched the phone out of the wall when I called 911, and he was charged with impeding a 911 call. Yeah, and if you look at it, the ramifications of that could even not just impeding, but after a while that becomes kidnapping because you can't go and you can't call for help. So it's too complicated said. Yes, I used to watch the reality show. They had an open marriage. Yeah. See, so you're like inviting that sort of behavior. But let's listen to this.
Former NBA star, the season 30 winner of Dancing with the Stars, the ex-husband of singer/actress Tiana Taylor. But on this day, all police knew was there was a domestic dispute at his home.
By the way, you do hear that. She is still arguing with him in that house. And it gets better, y'all. It gets better.
The story that she's saying was to get you out of the room as well. It doesn't. This is supposed to be no people, dog. She's saying that he had the initial story said he didn't hit her, but they dragged her out of the room, trying to get her to leave. She won't leave the residence. They're saying she had a ride, but she refused to get in the ride.
No, I didn't refuse to get in the ride.
Or you didn't get in the ride.
I did not refuse.
You didn't take the ride.
I'm the one who initially called the ride.
Now you see her arguing with the police. In case y'all missed what was going on, hey, Pen Pal 50, T Baby, what's up? Coffee is brewing. Now, in case y'all missed it, first of all, I want you to take note. There are two women here. The one who is in question is the one right here in the black over here, sitting on the black sofa. Then there's a lady sitting on a chair. Put a pin in that, okay? You're going to need to know that. You're going to need to remember this, okay? So not only he wanted her to leave. This is what the issue was. Not that he put his hands on her to get her out the room. And by put his hands on her, I don't mean he hit her. He was like he wanted her to leave the residence. She wouldn't. She wouldn't leave the residence. She wouldn't leave the bedroom. So he was kindly guiding her, pushing her out the bedroom because she wouldn't leave. So this is the issue where she feels like he put hands on. She feels like she's been beaten because he pushed her out the bedroom after asking her to leave multiple times. And in case you didn't catch it, she called for a ride. A ride came there, and then she didn't go with the ride. So the ride left. So there was a point where if she was in such fear, she could have left. She did not have to call 911 because before she called 911, a ride came to pick her up. She wouldn't go purposefully.
Sitting on the black couch is Joanna Donjour, and she's the one who called 911. On Instagram, she's known as Joanna Kim. She has tens of thousands of followers. It's not really clear if it's the full boyfriend-girlfriend title, but she and Iman had something romantic going on. A situationship maybe, dating possibly, you get the picture. So on November 26th, Joanna went over to Iman's place, and it quickly got ugly. When she was there, another woman is there. Iman says this is just a friend, but when Joanna confronts the former NBA star about another woman he was talking to, that's where things escalated. The two got into a heated verbal argument, and Iman was like, you gotta go.
You didn't get in the ride.
Right, because all of this happened.
Okay.
You want to talk to me outside?
No.
To tell me what took place?
No, I was upfront about everything that happened from the beginning to the end. I didn't tell no lie.
Okay. And even if it's his residence, so he wants you to vacate the residence, do you have a ride that can come get you?
I already called the ride.
Okay, so is the ride on the way? Okay. Is the ride on the way?
No, I can call it now. I was waiting for you guys. Gotcha. But in the initial fact that I want to make a report.
Okay, and I can get you a case number in regards to this.
Let's do that.
Gotcha.
And I want you to pay close attention to her about this report that she wants made. She wants a report made.
You have your ID?
Hey, Analytical One, how are you doing? I spoke to Judy. Hey, Rakia, how are you? Analytical one said he should have called the police on her. Problem solved. And you know what? He should have. But you know what? He didn't want no drama. He didn't want no mess. And you're going to see further on in this just how much drama and mess he did not want.
Yeah. There's an orange, a Birkin outside.
Oh, we're not allowed to go through it, babe. You have to do it.
Put my Birkin on the floor.
Now, I would be upset too. Birkin bags are expensive. One alone could be anywhere between $15,000 and $20,000, if not more. But back inside the home, the woman who witnessed everything told officers what she saw unfold. She's not named in the police report, but Iman's friend reported seeing Joanna enter his bedroom, confirming the two got into a verbal argument. According to the police report, Iman asked Joanna to leave twice, and she refused. So he allegedly grabbed her by the wrist to get her to leave. While Joanna said Iman was violent, the unnamed witness said he didn't do it in an aggressive way.
You don't have like state issue ID?
No.
What state is your ID?
New Jersey.
Yeah.
I was gonna call over there. You
So you guys already had trouble finding it before there was like something that happened and they couldn't even pull up my name.
Understood. But you do have a New Jersey issue
Yeah.
ID or driver's license?
Yeah. So I'm trying to understand. So the grounds of putting your hands on someone or whatever that's unlawful.
The
is
initial
what?
story that you told me was you were banging on the door trying to get in the room, and you made your way into the room.
No, he opened the door.
While he opened the door and he removed you from the room, you told me you were aggressive going into the room.
No,
He
it wasn't
removed
aggressive.
you.
I was on the phone when I was going to the room. Okay. I went into the room, he opened the door. I went inside, we were talking.
That's not what you initially told me. You said
I
that
said
you
I
wanted
went
me to
into the
grab
room.
See how the officer is talking about the story she's trying to tell now is not the initial story that she told him. She was beating on his door. He eventually opened it because I can imagine this chick would not stop. He opens the door and he wants her to leave. She won't leave. Her Birkin bag got thrown outside because he wanted her to leave. Now, if he was really trying to be violent, he'd have threw her out with the bag, but he didn't. He threw the bag out there. But even the police officer is making note that she is changing the story. That's not the first story she told. In a minute, you're going to hear her be concerned because she feels like they're not taking down a report. And they're going to have an answer for that for her. Analytical one said these guys have to be more careful who they allow in their homes. They really do. They really, really do.
the room and
Ask her. I went into the room, I was talking.
okay.
I did not hit him. Never did I ever.
I never said you hit him.
Okay, so where is the aggressiveness coming from?
I never said aggressive doesn't mean you hit him.
So you said I was aggressive.
That
Where is
doesn't mean you hit him, but you told me you went into the room.
Did you call the ride?
Because another girl she was in the room.
So
And by the way, she's being aggressive just talking to the police officer. We heard her on the 911 call. So can you imagine how she was talking to him when she was arguing? Can you just imagine?
at what point did there become aggression between me and him?
I'm going off the story you said. So you
Okay, so let's find other witnesses for the story. You said I was aggressive, so how?
I said,
Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. I ain't even noticed this other face. So Mom, what you doing? So he got, in addition to this girl who called the police, this lady, he's got two other ladies there. I thought it was just the one. I'm just now seeing this other lady. in the white.
Yeah, he was in the room with the other girl.
No, I wasn't.
He
No,
removed you from the
no, no.
room?
See, you pick and chose what you felt to understand
Okay,
from the story.
repeat the story.
I said we were talking about another girl.
Okay.
Prior to this, it's a whole bunch of girls. It's another girl from this. She was on the phone. Not her.
Okay.
It was another girl. And she was on the phone and we were discussing the situation. So when I knocked on the door, and then he opened the door, and then we were discussing it. He got upset, obviously, because he wanted to continue the situation with this girl. So he got upset, not me.
Okay.
I understand the story clear. You want to run back your camera that you have
It's all
running?
on camera, so
Yes,
I'll go back
please
and
run it
listen to
back.
I got you.
But be mindful of what you're doing. You're a cop. This is your job.
It's all
Be
recorded.
mindful, so don't make
I'm not gonna anything.
Okay.
It's recorded, like you said.
Yes.
Now you hear how she's acting towards this officer, and he's there to help her. She called for them. He's there to help her. She's being aggressive towards him because she's not liking where this is going. This thus far is not going the way that she wanted it to go. She expected this man to be dragged out of his house in handcuffs. And because the police are trying to get the story straight, she's angry. And she's being aggressive toward the officer. Leo lady said that's why I said she wasn't feeling the threesome plus one. Yeah, I did not know. I never noticed that lady the first time I saw this.
And how far is it right?
You haven't taken down a statement, did you?
It's on the camera. We don't have to physically write anything down. We can watch it when we get in the car.
See, he wants to know how far is her ride. She's concerning herself with you, and you haven't even taken down a statement. What do you think they've been doing? That's why they're asking you questions. That's why they're asking the witnesses questions.
Do you want me to close this door?
So do. I have never. I don't know if you've ever in your life been dragged by your hands and your feet out of your own will. I don't know if you've ever been in that situation.
Now she was drugged by her hands and her feet under her own will. That's what she said, not me. She said that. Mimi said, how is she so entitled in somebody else's house? Okay, exactly.
So that's not okay.
What's a good contact number for you?
I don't know. Is that lawful?
What's a good contact phone number for you, Miss Joanne?
Is that lawful? I'm asking you a question.
She's arguing with the police.
Is it lawful for him
To be dragged by your hands and your feet.
Is there a statute that says someone can't drag you by the hands? I'm trying to understand what you're asking, really.
Okay. That was my question.
What's a good contact phone number for you? And then what's the ETA for the ride that's coming for you?
15.
All right. Do you mind to step outside while we wait for that, please?
No. I do.
Now see, they want to know, because they're trying to get her out of there. He wants her out. The police are now there. They want to get her out. She don't want to go outside. She want to sit right there. You know why? Because she wants to continue to argue with him. Mimi said, did he ask you to leave his house? Okay. Exactly. Hey, Michi 3. So, she's mad with the police because they're not doing their job. She's mad with them. All they want to know is when your ride is going to get here. And you will, see that Iman, he doesn't even want to make, even though she's called the police on him, she's tried to lie on him. He's still not making a big deal out of it because rightfully they could just take her out. But he was like, look, I don't want no whole lot of mess. Just let her sit here till her ride get here. They stayed, of course, but he didn't want no smoke.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to step aside while we wait for the ride. Miss, can you step outside while we wait for the ride?
It's raining.
It's not raining.
Okay, but I'm in pajamas.
It's not raining. There's a porch that's covered right here. This is now my second time asking you
you're gonna remove me.
Yes. Can we step outside onto the porch while we wait for the ride? So this way we can de-escalate everything that's going on here. You're telling your story, you're upset, tensions are high. I'm gonna ask that you please step outside with us. Thank
I
you.
promise you this. No, you can remove me. I promise you this is gonna get.
So now she's asking to be removed. She ain't leaving, but you can remove me. So now she wants to. I mean, I'm with y'all. She didn't have too much to drink. Let me see. Karen has said, ain't made near payment on shit in this house. Yet she's so entitled. Unbelievable. Analytical one said, taser time. Pen pal 50 said, she's getting on my damn nerves.
Stop, please. No, let me stand outside.
Let's
do it. Come on. Let's do it.
At the same time, they don't have to be aggressive. I'm not tripping.
No, let's do it. Let me outside for 10 minutes, 15 minutes until my car
I just don't
comes. I
want
don't care.
nothing to go left. That's all. Please. Please don't let nothing go left.
We were just standing outside with them, right?
I know, but I just go, she's talking about remove me. Please, bro. I just don't want no bull happening here, please.
We got no intent to touch over this thing.
I know. I just don't want nothing to go left. She need to wait on her ride. She can wait on her ride. Please don't let nothing go left here, bro. I don't want nothing going left. I can't do it right now. I just can't handle it. I ain't going left.
Now you see how he wasn't even trying. Just let her stay. If it'll keep her quiet, let her stay.
Joanna, the officers, and Iman all wait. The minutes drag on endlessly.
This has been the longest day.
It has, especially since yesterday I'm working 12 basically. I was thinking like I could do 8-hour shifts. My allergies are busting my ass. I need a clarity. Yes, I need a clarity.
They proceed to talk about Claritin and all this
modules. I gotta do my narratives now.
while they wait for this woman's ride.
I finished up my modules.
I be doing them on scene. That's how I get it done so quick.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let me get you a case number real quick. Run it right name, put it right in the module. Boop, 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 boop. Offense, time. District, whatever. All right. Then I go back. Here's your case number. And then I do my narrative at like 3 a.m.
Now, I don't know if this was getting toward the end of their shift. I'm not really sure, but ain't no way in the world I would sit up here and wait on this foolishness. I mean, they waited a minute. Mimi said, oh, they should have given her a ride to the station. I know I would have. And let me see. This, okay, let me see. See how long I'm fast forwarding? See how long they're just standing there waiting for her ride? Ride still ain't there.
Spider.
They out there fighting spiders and whatnot.
It's enormous. The spider.
Oh.
Oh, that is a big, what you call it? They out there talking about spiders.
It was just like floating up the thing. Yeah.
Wait, First Lady said, hey, all, they should get the spider statement. Yeah, because, after all, That Birkin bag was thrown outside. The spider might be a witness to something too. Justin's mom said, Karen, isn't it old? Update your house, dude. Y'all are talking about this man's house need to be remodeled. You know he tried to Tiana Taylor had to pay him some money. He didn't get a whole lot, but he wanted spousal support, y'all. See, look.
It's been 10 minutes.
See, it's been 10 minutes.
Then Iman drops a bombshell. Was a driver ever on their way?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I don't think she called no car.
See?
No.
I don't know, it ain't no way. This one, she just playing like.
I mean, see, look at how laid back he's being about the whole situation.
So the only other option would be to criminally trespass her from the location.
See, look, he don't even want to criminally trespass her. See, look at that. Karen S. said he needs to update that. He's not that head, beard, hose, and the whole house. Michi 3, that lady is one of his girlfriends, I guess. They ain't put a name on it. Very Cherry, they've all been drinking. So he did say,
There's some headlights coming, so maybe.
He did say they'd all been drinking, and she was drunk.
You alright?
In the end, maybe patience was a virtue, but it was Joanna who got the final word.
Miss, is this your ride?
You're doing the same thing. See you in court.
You see that? She turned back to him and says, see you in court. This lady she wants a police, she wanted that man to be arrested. Okay. The only thing that happened was they told her to leave, or they was going to take her out. And he said, no, just let her stay. I don't want no drama. I don't know how she thought she was going to see him in court. Court for what?
On Instagram in the morning.
Bro, do you think that's going to upset him?
Y'all already know this story. So y'all are sitting there defending this man.
She feels like the police are defending him. They ain't said nothing. The only thing they said is you changed your story. By the way, the date of this incident is November the 26th of 2025.
According to the police report, officers didn't observe any visible injuries, including marks or bruising on Joanna. And based on all the information they gathered, no charges, criminal or misdemeanor, were filed against Iman. In a statement, Iman Shumpert gave his side of the story, saying, last week I had friends over, and a visitor at my residence was politely asked to leave several times after I witnessed her damaging personal property. The police were called, invited inside, and they spoke with multiple people who saw what happened. After assessing the situation, the police instructed her to leave repeatedly. She refused to vacate the property after being asked to leave multiple times, and only after the officers escorted her outside did she eventually depart. This matter was quickly closed that night by the police after they did their investigation. And again, despite the turmoil and everything else, no criminal charges were filed and no arrests were made in this case. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Inside the Crime. I'm Elizabeth Milner.
Now, if I were him, I would have criminally trespassed her, because if she's going to call the police and create all that kind of drama, just imagine what else she might do. So I would have had her criminally trespassed. But I think, he might want to get some at some other time, so he decided not to do that. That's my thinking. But y'all, that is it. That yeah, the day before Thanksgiving, very cheery. They're having threesomes and whatnot. Y'all leave that man's y'all leave that man's house alone. But that's all I have for y'all. Um, I'm gonna get out of here. I just wanted to do that body cam because to me, I just think it's important. There are a lot of women who are dealing with domestic violence, some of which report it, some don't. Some do report it, do have the man arrested and end up back with him because that is how the cycle of domestic violence works. This is, how it worked for and Tangi Davis. And I really, it's unfortunate that she decided she believed in this man and that he could get help and he can turn it all around and he really couldn't. So that's very unfortunate and this is why I felt because I'm really funny about using celebrity stuff because I don't know them folks. Most of them folks, like, I don't know this man. But I felt like it was important to show that sometimes there is a serious situation going on, and sometimes it's just foolishness, which is what this was. This was some foolishness. This was nothing but her being jealous about the girl on the phone and the other two ladies, whoever was there. I guess maybe she wanted to be the number one. I'm not sure. But that's all this was. And if you can't call 911 and say that you're being abused and you refuse to leave. This woman refused to leave in front of the police officers. And that does not have anything to do with the cycle of domestic violence. That has to do with this nasty, self entitled woman. Let me say Instagram model. I'll just say that. But yeah, that's all I have for y'all. And I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for After Dark with myself and Native Five Urban Media, where we will be finishing up where we left off on the Nesto and his phone calls with Dre about his court cases and complaining about his attorney and everything. And then we might throw another call in there depending on how it looks for time. But I appreciate your time. I appreciate you being here and joining in the conversation. Y'all have yourselves a good night, and I will see y'all up in here on tomorrow night for After Dark, and you will know the time. I think the time's going to be 10:30, but I'll have it posted on my community wall, as well as I try to set my lives up at least 45 minutes before, especially on Friday nights, 45 minutes before we go live. So make sure your notifications are on. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all on the next one.